చూపించండి మాకు కనిపిస్తుంది అది ఇది కనిపిస్తుంది సార్ అంటే ఇంకా కనిపిస్తుందా టైం పెట్టుకోమని ఒక్కసారి జరగండి సార్ ఒక్కసారి లైవ్ పెట్టేసి చేసినా చూడు బ్యాలెన్స్ ఇస్తున్నాయి కదా వాల్యూమ్ ఎక్కువ వేస్తున్నాం ఓకేనా నేను మాట్లాడింది బయట మాట్లాడింది సార్ బయట మాట్లాడింది
హలో
సార్ సార్ భరత్ సార్
హలో 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 చెక్ హలో హలో
మీరు బయటకు అది ఆడ పెట్టుకోమని సార్ ఈ స్టాండ్ పెట్టుకో ఆడ పెట్టుకోమని వస్తారు
To one and all, I welcome you all to share the proud moment of Sri Ghasiram Gopikishan Badruka Educational Society and Badruka College of Commerce and Arts as we celebrate the 75th Foundation Day. When the country declared its existence as republic, state with their constitution to run the country, one of the visionary decided to join this time to contribute in this nation building mission. And it was none other than respected late Raja Bankatlal Badrukaji. His dream was well protected and cherished by his successors, who held this torch high and alive for 75 glorious years. Let us put our hands together to salute and acknowledge the commitment, dedication, and sincerity of these disciples. Because of their efforts, we could share this proud moment together. It's time to call the dignitaries onto the dais. I humbly request Principal BCCA, Dr. B. Mohan Kumar sir, to please kindly come onto the dais and occupy the chair. Now, my humble request is to Director General Sggbes, Professor S. Abhiram Krishna sir, to please kindly come onto the dais and occupy the chair. Our Honorary Secretary SGGBES Sri Srikishan Badrukaji to please kindly grace the dais with his presence. To Sri Lakshmanara Sharmaji, Chairman SGDBS, to please kindly come onto the dais and occupy the chair. Now I request Vice Principal Dr. Janakiram sir and VP Venkataya sir to kindly escort the Chief Guest, Shri N.V.S. Reddy, IARS, Managing Director, Hyderabad Metro Rail Limited and Hyderabad Airport Metro Limited to the dais. Thank you, sir, for gracing the occasion today. I request Associate Professor in Commerce, Mrs. Indira ma'am, to please kindly present the sapling to the Chief Guest. Thank you, ma'am. All the dignitaries to please kindly join for lighting of the lamp. Everyone present here in the auditorium to rise for the prayer song. I request Rakshita to please guide me into the prayer song.
या शुभ्रवस्त्रान्विता च्युता शङ्कर चिता सामापतु सरस्वती भगवती शजाड्यापः
I now humbly request our Honorary Secretary SGGBS, Sri Badruka ji, to give the welcome address, please.
Our special invitees, current and former principals and directors, faculty members, staff of Badruka institutions, a proud alumni, our well-wishers and members of the media. Honor and privilege to extend a warm welcome to you all on the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, Foundation Day of Seth Ghasiram Gopikishan Badruka Educational Society. And was the founder of this great group of institutions. Said Ghasiram Badruka and father said Gopikishan Badruka. The objective behind this initiative was to provide value-based higher education, high quality education, affordable cost. He was courageous enough to mobilize rupees 2 lakhs for the purpose of setting up of Badruka College of Commerce, first institute in the erstwhile Andhra Pradesh to get affiliated with Usmania University in the year 1950. Successor, late Sri Hari Prasad Ji Badruka, has developed Badruka Group into a highly respected and reputed educational group for the next 50 years. His vision, along with his principled life, uncompromising integrity and outstanding administrative ability, has enabled as the topmost college in this part of the region. 75 years, the group developed into 4 constituent colleges. College. Under his leadership, the humble origin has grown in strength to make its mark in education in general and commerce in particular. Today, we have 4,700 studying in all our institutes. With the launch of the new Badruka School of Management, a fully residential campus offering PGDM starting from this month, with the launch of Badruka School of Management of our group institutions. The Badruka School of Management at Medchal, that is Gopikishan village in Medchal, points to create even greater impact on the society. Badruka Group are continuing the rich legacy of our founders to offer the students a very high quality education based on ethics and our value system. We continue to be the most preferred college and enjoy a very high reputation with the corporate firms for placements. In fact, this year, I am very proud to announce we have achieved the highest placement offer of 18.72 lakhs per annum for a BCom honors student. Our alumni over the years have distinguished themselves across the globe by occupying superior positions in the corporate sector and government departments, global corporations, and contributing immensely towards nation building. We would like to express our deep sense of gratitude to the NVS Reddy Garu for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest of several initiatives that have been planned and will be implemented every month. All through this and the following year as part of our Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Principals, directors, faculty members, staff, alumni and students for their invaluable contribution to build the institute into a very respectable brand of high quality education. On this occasion, we renew our commitment to continue to provide value-based education, especially responsible citizens. To contribute towards nation building, I would request your continued support and guidance to take the Badruka institution to its next level of excellence. Thank you.
Request the Director General Sir to address the gathering. I want to acknowledge the presence of former Principal Dr. K. Someshwaram Sir, the head of the sister concerns for present year of Sggbes, G.S. Rao Sir, and Professor Achalapati Sir. He is a member of our family only, but because he comes here, we have to acknowledge his presence. Thank you, sir, for coming. Now, I humbly request Director General Sggbes Professor S. Abhinandan Sir to address the gathering.
A legacy is not about buildings, it's or money. It's about the lives you touch, the inspiration you share, and the difference you make. Esteemed Chief Guest, of the evening, Sri N.D.S. Reddy Garu, revered Chairman Sri Lakshminivas Badruka ji, Lakshminivas Sharma ji, respected Honorary Secretary Sri Kishan Badruka ji, Dr. Mohan Kumar, Principal of BCCA, distinguished members of the dais, former directors, principals of various institutions, distinguished guests, well-wishers, and our respected alumni, and my colleagues. It is with immense pride and heartfelt joy that I stand before you today to celebrate the history of our group of colleges. 75 years of excellence, dedication, and unwavering commitment to education, sports, and arts. Today, we commemorate not just the passage of time, but the rich legacy we have built together, a legacy that has shaped countless lives and contributed significantly to the society. Our journey thus far has been nothing short of remarkable. In gratitude to all the stakeholders who helped us to reach this far journey. And we have to honor our rich legacy, and we must also look forward to the future, a future that presents both challenges and opportunities in the VUCA world, characterized by volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and as we celebrate this Platinum Jubilee, we also look forward filled with promise and potential, guided by the principles of the National Education Policy, and aspire to transform our colleges into autonomous institutions and eventually a distinguished university. Over the past 75 years, our group of colleges has established itself as a beacon of academic excellence, consistently achieved outstanding results. Our faculty have been recognized for their innovative teaching methods, and our alumni have made significant contributions in various fields globally. In sports, we have nurtured champions who have brought glory to the institution and to the nation. In the arts, our students have expressed their creativity, cultural heritage. To this rich legacy is not just a testament to our achievements, but also a reminder of our responsibility to continue this tradition of excellence. It is a legacy built on the values of hard work, perseverance, and relentless pursuit of knowledge and innovation. At this juncture, it is imperative to acknowledge the extraordinary contributions who have been legends in their own right, have imparted knowledge with dedication, passion, and commitment of excellence. They have been mentors, guides, and role models, shaping the minds and hearts of generations of students. Our staff, whose tireless efforts behind the scenes ensure the smooth functioning of our colleges, deserve our deepest gratitude. Their dedication and hard work have been instrumental in creating a conducive learning environment and meeting the high standards we are known for. To our students, both past and present, you are the heart and soul of our institutions. Your achievements, both big and small, are the true measure of our success. You have not only excelled in academics, but have also demonstrated remarkable talent in sports and arts, bringing in laurels to our institutions. And to our proud alumni, you are our ambassador in the world. Your success and contributions in various fields stand as a testament to the quality of education and values you receive here. You have made us proud, and we are grateful for you to your continued support to uplift your alma mater. To all the governing body members, to the governing councils, most of them who are present here, I would like to acknowledge your continued support, guidance to make what we are today. As we stand at the cusp of the new era in education, the National Education Policy offers us a transformative roadmap. The NEP aims to overhaul the education system, make it more inclusive, flexible, and aligned with the needs of the century. It emphasizes critical thinking, creativity, multidisciplinary learning, and the integration of technology. For a group of colleges, the NEP provides an opportunity to reimagine and redefine our educational practices. We will focus on fostering a holistic learning environment that nurtures not only academic excellence, but also emotional, social, and physical well-being. We will embrace innovative teaching methods, leverage digital tools, and promote research and experiential learning. Autonomy will empower us to design our own curriculum, tailor our teaching methods, and make decisions that best serve our student needs. It will enable us to be more responsive to the rapidly changing educational landscape and the demands of the job market. Achieving autonomy is a significant step forward. It will require us to demonstrate our commitment to quality, accountability, and transparency. Establish robust governance structure, foster a culture of continuous improvement, and engage with all stakeholders, students, faculty, parents, and the community, that our decisions are in the best interest of our students. Our ultimate aspiration, so I'm giving just the forward of the next 25 years. Our ultimate aspiration is to evolve a group of autonomous colleges into a full-fledged university. As a university, we'll have the freedom to introduce new courses, promote interdisciplinary studies, and encourage research that addresses real-world challenges. We will collaborate with other institutions, both nationally and internationally, to bring the best practices and ideas to our campus. We will strive to be a center of excellence that attracts the best of minds, students, faculty, and researchers, and contribute to the advancement of knowledge and society. This rapid era of technological advancement, artificial intelligence is transforming every aspect of our lives, including education. We are committed to integrating AI into our curriculum, research, and administrative processes. By doing so, we will equip our students with cutting-edge skills and knowledge, preparing them for the future job and leaders in their fields. Global placement is another area where we are making significant strides. Our goal is to ensure that our students are not only the first choice for our employers in South India or the entire India, but institutions worldwide to provide our students with international exposure, internships, and job opportunities. Our comprehensive placement programs are designed to prepare our students for the global job market, ensuring that they have the skills, knowledge, and confidence to succeed anywhere in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate our 75 years of our rich legacy, and as we embark on this exciting journey towards the next 25 years, let us also embrace the future with optimism and determination. The journey ahead will be challenging, but with our shared vision, let us honor our past by building us transform our group of colleges into a beacon of excellence, autonomy, and innovation. Let us pave the way for generations to come, ensuring that they have the knowledge, skills, and values they need to thrive in a rapidly changing environment. The great legacy one can pass on to one's children and grandchildren is not money or other material things accumulated in one's life, but rather a legacy of character and faith. Thank you, and let us celebrate this platinum jubilee, pride, gratitude, and a renewed commitment to excellence. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Sir, for your inspiring and energetic word as always. Now, I want to humbly request Chairman Sggbes, Sri Lakshmi Nivas Sharma ji, to kindly bless us on this occasion with his remarks. Thank you, sir.
Rest of the evening, Sri MBS Reddy Garu, Managing Director Hyderabad Metro Rail. The first batch alumni, right from 1950, Sir Vikar Odissi, who has all traveled from Canada to this place for 1950 onward. He was a student and every year he keeps coming here. Sir, we welcome you. Sir Vikar Badruka, Honorable Secretary, Governing Council, Professor Aviram Krishna, Director General, Principal, other principals, directors, faculty members, staff members, and students. Firstly, I offer my words of welcome to the chief guest, my alumni, and all of you. As it has been already stated to you, that this institution was founded in 1950. The vision at that particular point of time, Raja Pangatlal Badruka was having, rather I was told that this was the first affiliated commerce college in the city of Hyderabad, not only city of Hyderabad, whole of the Andhra Pradesh. So this is the first college. So we have the privilege that we are now completing 75 years of our existence. Today we complete 74 years and step in 75th year. The great institution was founded by late Raja Pankatlalji Badruka. The luminaries who chaired the institution include Raja Pannalaji Bitti, Raja Pankatlalji Badruka, Sri J.V. Narsingh Rao Sahab, who was then Deputy Chief Minister, then Nawab Zain Yarzan Bahadur from the Nizam Trust, then Dr. Gorgula Ramakrishna Rao was the former Chief Minister of the first Chief Minister of Hyderabad, then Justice V.K. Vaidya and Dr. Sri L.M. Gupta Sahab, the first North Indian IAS officer in Hyderabad, and Sri Badri Vishalji Pitti, Sri Hariprashalji Badruka, and Sri Harikishanji Malani. These all people guided this particular institution, how it can go ahead, and rather today the collective effort of all the people has brought this institution to this level. Year after year, the college achieved the greater heights. More than a lakh of students occupied a very good position in the industry, trade, politics, and profession. Because we have some of the politicians who are the student of this one college also. We are happy to inform that in our Platinum Jubilee, we are starting Badruka School of Management. This academic year, we will start this particular thing. The society is planning the year-long activities in academic, sports, cultural, and social areas. College is having MOUs for the trade, commerce, industry, including the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, the world's largest accounting profession body. This is number one now. And we have a MOU with them that they will provide us the skill for our students. And now we have to use it in that particular thing. We will try to achieve the status of deemed university. For that, we have to improve our NAC, and after NAC, as per the new education policy, the government has announced that after you get the autonomous status, once you become the autonomous, means almost half of the university. And after that, they said, but whatever the autonomous colleges are there, by 2035, they all will be converted into deemed university. So we will look forward that our college also achieve that one. Other details have already been given by the Secretary as well as Director General. I'll not stand before the Chief Guest who will give the advice to us. With this, I conclude my remarks. Thank you very much. And once again, I welcome you all.
So much, sir. Even the squirrel what contributed in Ram Setu building was acknowledged. And I think today the leaders have done a wonderful job by acknowledging everyone's efforts to build this legacy of 75 years of excellence. Thank you so much for your humble gesture, sirs. Now I would like to request Ms. Sandhya, Assistant Professor of Commerce, to introduce today's chief guest to the gathering.
To one and all present here. It's my tremendous honor to introduce our chief guest. We are indeed privileged to have an officer of Indian Railway Account Service, IRAS 1983 batch, with 40 years of administrative and techno-managerial experience. He is none other than Mr. NVS Reddy, the Managing Director of Hyderabad Metro Rail Limited. He is the heading the Mega Hyderabad project, which is the world's largest metro rail project in public-private partnership mode. The man who pioneered systematic improvements and successfully led several major challenging infrastructure projects. Apart from inducing engineering excellence and innovation in the project, he converted it from a pure transportation project into broader urban regeneration project to facilitate transformation of an Indian city into a people-friendly green city. As an MD of another government company, Hyderabad Airport Metro Limited, he is also helping of another major infrastructure initiative, the Hyderabad Airport, as fully owned Telangana government project. He is known for his financial acumen, engineering innovation, leadership qualities, and open-minded approach. He has vast experience in rail and urban transportation, urban rejuvenation, project structuring, and management, and also in the public-private partnerships. Mr. Reddy has varied interests and has given lectures on varied topics in prestigious engineering and management institutes in India and abroad. His contributions to the railways have left an indelible mark. We are delighted to have Mr. NVS Reddy Garu as chief guest, who has already gazed over 325 national and global awards so far. He won prestigious awards for the outstanding contribution he made in his various assignments. Today, it's a privilege to have you here, sir. I welcome you for your address.
Chairman Shri Sharmaji, Shri Badruka ji, distinguished people on the dais, off the dais, my dear ladies, gentlemen, and friends. It's indeed a privilege and an honor to address an august gathering like you people. At the beginning, at the outset, let me congratulate all of you on this auspicious occasion of Platinum Jubilee by Historic Institution. It's indeed a visionary like Sri that he thought of making an educational institution that too in commerce education, which was the need of the hour at the time and the need of the hour today. First of its kind, you mentioned it. It's great visionary, and already, as you have mentioned, 100,000 students have achieved various good positions in society in different spheres of life. So definitely, it's a great honor for me to address the people. I have written on my reception desk, my quote is there: ideas pursued with passion and courage of conviction make impossible possible. Ideas pursued with courage of conviction and passion make impossible possible. Why I mentioned this is that it's an age of ideas. I thought of making, I studied, I'm an IRS officer from the Indian Railways. 20 years I worked in railways. Then I came over when Mr. Chandrababu Naidu was the chief minister at the time in 2001 to the state government, initially as director of finance of a power sector company. Then after that, I was brought to the municipal corporation of Hyderabad. At the time, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu was thinking of making Hyderabad a global city. So I was additional commissioner, traffic and transportation of the city. I was also the project director for suburban rail system, which I built. It's a low-cost experiment to make transportation easy in Hyderabad city without spending much money. Only 200 crore I spent. I did a research for about a year about the traffic problems in the city and came to the different went around the world, studied BRT systems, bus rapid transit systems, then tram systems, etc., and ultimately realized that a city like Hyderabad, which was by then itself was becoming a 10 million plus city, we have to think of a mass transit system, right, metro rail system, to be built in Hyderabad. But where is the money? The costs are extremely prohibitive. An elevated metro, which we built 69 kilometers, 70 kilometers we built. Today, it's costing about 320 crore. We spent about 300 crore per kilometer. It's an elevated metro system completely, as you have seen in Hyderabad city. If it's an underground system, it will cost anywhere between 600 crore to 1,000 crore per kilometer. We did not have this kind of money. At the time, we estimated the project cost to be about 14,000 crore. So I thought of an innovative idea, public-private partnership at that time, which was becoming popular, originally conceptualized and implemented in London by Mrs. Margaret Thatcher, who opened up, who transformed the UK economy at the time. Then slowly it became popular. The visionary Sri T.V. Narasimha time, Mr. Dr. Manmohan Singh was the finance minister. He opened up the economy. The rest is history. You know how India got transformed from practically a very small thing we used to import those days. From there, after the economic liberalization, things have totally changed. As a part of that, Dr. Manmohan Singh at the time as the prime minister, he was thinking of. He said, India requires $1 trillion to build the infrastructure, and 50% of it should come from the private sector. So that idea, somehow I liked it. I wanted to build metro in PPP, public-private partnership. People laughed at my idea, including my guru, Mr. Sridharan, who built Delhi Metro and who did excellent work, He was a very good engineer. I learned a lot from him. He was my guru. I worked with him in Konkan Railway. They all said, you're foolish, you're wasting your time. I said, why am I wasting my time? At the time, there were 200 metros in the world. Today, there are about 250 metros in the world. Not many are built in public-private partnership. Hardly 3 or 4 metros were built in public-private partnership at that time. And nothing was a success. As I mentioned, there's an extremely capital-intensive projects with not much returns. They said it's impossible. I said, why is it impossible? Because nobody has done it in the world. I said, just because of the fact that nobody has done it in the world, it doesn't mean that it can't become. Somebody has to take a calculated risk. If that is the approach, human history would have been different. Would have been still in caves, would have been foraging for food in forests, that kind of situation. Man wouldn't have conquered space. Man wouldn't have built all these beautiful structures, massive structures, so much of engineering and technological improvement. Science and technology would have developed actually if this is the attitude. So I'm going for this project, okay, as a PPP project. Nothing was available. Okay. Whatever I mentioned, some 3-4 projects were there, like Bangkok Metro, etc. They were not done as proper mode projects. It was more of a sweetheart deal. So I had to prepare the documents myself, the technical documents, the financial documents, the legal documents, all these things with great experts. We prepared the documents. Why I mention this is that actually you will have to inculcate, many faculty members are there, you will have to inculcate your students that they have to slowly develop while they specialize in the field of whatever is their specialization. They would have to develop an overall perspective and different disciplines, so they have to have exposure. So this is the thing. So my many people who retired in railways as great engineers, MSc members, the railway board, general managers, etc. All my bosses, at first deschooled them actually. They were all government-oriented engineers. So I have to say that whatever you have done, you are all great engineers, but the world has gone far ahead. Number one. Number two, you have to have a commercial orientation to that. First, I deschooled them. They didn't like it, but slowly they started appreciating. They're all brilliant engineers. They spent a lifetime in railway engineering, different disciplines, civil, mechanical, signaling, etc., etc. So we prepared world's first technology neutral document, and today it's considered to be India's contribution to the world in terms of metro rail technology. So that we published its technical. Similarly, concession agreement, then was a great person called Mr. Rajendra Haldia, who it's a long story, I will not get into the details, etc. So we prepared all the documents. Today, the then planning commission published our document as a standard document that if anybody has to build metro in public-private partnership, they will have to follow Hyderabad Metro model. This is how we have done it. Okay. Then we went for bidding. Satyam Group, Metas got it. It looked very rosy for about 3-4 months, but nobody knew that actually Mr. Ramaling Raju was manipulating the accounts of that group. He was considered to be a doyen. Okay. He was an icon of Indian IT industry. When Bill Gates came to Hyderabad, he was seated next to Bill Gates. On his board, Krishna Palapu, a management wizard of the world, he was there. At that time, Dr. M.R. Rao was ISB dean, he was there. Mr. Prasad, who retired as cabinet secretary of the country, he was there on the board. They did not know that this gentleman was manipulating the accounts. PwC certified the balance sheets of the company. We went by that and see, anyway, we have given. But suddenly this gentleman declared that he was manipulating and he went to jail happily. The image of the country got damaged. The image of the then Andhra Pradesh got damaged. The image of Hyderabad got damaged. The worst victim was my project and my personal integrity. They started questioning my integrity. They started questioning at the time I unfortunately got caught between the then Chief Minister, Mr. Rajshekar Reddy, and the opposition leader, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu. That then Rajshekar Reddy became the Chief Minister. So they started fighting with each other, etc. Assembly debates, hours together, we had to defend our stand, all these things. So all hell broke loose. This was the situation. That was the worst situation. Why I mention this again is that failure management is an important thing. When you are embarking upon something extraordinary, which nobody has done it, Okay, you want to achieve sky high things, etc. Be prepared for failure, especially. You will have to prepare your students for failure. Okay, especially if they have to become great entrepreneurs, if they have to have their own paths of progress or success, they shall be prepared actually to face failures. So this is the worst crisis in my life I faced. Anybody else would have committed suicide. The kind of negative reports against me in the newspapers, my effigy used to be burnt every now and then. And so all the political leaders, other than the ruling party leaders, they used to come and demonstrate in front of my office. Anyway, I faced all that. Everybody said you give up, at least now you learn a lesson. And they went to the extent of saying that as long as NVS Reddy is the MD of this project, as long as he is in charge, Hyderabad would never get, many IAS officers would get a secretary to government of India. They all said that Hyderabad will never get a metro because he is a mad guy. He pursues his own model and he doesn't listen to anybody. At that time, very few people. Mr. T.V. Somnathan, today he is the finance secretary. I think most probably he is the cabinet secretary. He was my counterpart in Chennai. He and a few others, okay, Dr. Montesino, Ahluwalia, these were the guys. He said, MBS, you stick to your model. Nothing is wrong with your model. If there is corporate governance failure in this country, how are you responsible? You are not responsible. So I reflected over it. Again, we went for bidding. Luckily, second time, we got L&T, a great engineering giant of this country. So that way, it's very good. The financial closure could be done in 6 months for such a huge project. But the problems didn't end there. The real problem started. I had to acquire 3,000 properties as a part of this project. You know how difficult it is. You know the conditions very well, including this whole corridor, starting from JBS, Jubilee bus station, up to we did up to MGBS. Okay, through the narrow roads of Chikatpalli. Okay. Then imagine Sultan Bazaar, Badichodi, Sultan Bazaar, Kodi, etc. Can't imagine if today when I show the pictures actually how we did this project, they just can't imagine. I make these presentations abroad. They said, my God, see each segment, okay, they will be hanging at the time. You have seen between two pillars, metro pillars, there will be 10 segments. All the 10 segments are stringed together with huge iron strings, etc. Okay. But individually, when they are hanging, each one is 40 ton weight. When it was hanging, people would be doing dhanda, they would not understand the implication of if in a small thing also falls, what would have been the damage, etc. Like touch wood, not a single accident happened in Hyderabad Metro. All the metros, Delhi Metro, Bangalore Metro, etc. They've had lots of accidents. Luckily, we didn't have any accident because of the precautions were taken because the quality assurance and quality controls mechanisms we have followed, the safety mechanisms. For 5 consecutive years, every year I used to go to Glasgow in UK, in Scotland. I used to take the best safety project of the world award. I used to take. Anyway, so like this, honestly, so many things happened. 3,000 properties I had to acquire. You know how difficult it is. Lawyers go around and approach the owners. You don't have to do anything. You simply sign here. We'll take care. If we win the case, okay, if we are able to get you good compensation, give me some percentage, etc. That kind of thing was going on. So every second day, my officers used to be attacked on the roads of all these roads. It happened actually. So my officers were being attacked. My effigy was being burnt. Okay, because as a part of the structure, you know, in Hyderabad, competitive religious sentiments would be there. Okay, if you don't know by next day morning what exactly. So famously, I wrote the whole thing, how we did the project during COVID time. 58 poems, you know, how I built Hyderabad Metro. Megapadam, it's called in Telugu poetry I wrote because today I'm still in service. I can't say many things. Poetry I can use subterfuge, etc. I used to tell them, Chettuke Rangubatti, Egaresina Jendabatti, Matankaya Magutundi. The kind of Chettuke Rangubatti, what color you put on the tree. Okay. What is the flag you're tying to the tree? Okay, the religion will be decided. If it's a Hara flag, my next day morning, a chilla or a dargah would appear. If it's a saffron flag, a temple will appear, small temple, slowly, slowly, it will become bigger, bigger, bigger. You know, you have seen any number of temples, etc. As a part of my project, I had to deal with 300 religious structures. Not a single religious structure I touched, but some sort of adjustment needed to be done, some compound wall, etc. etc. So Hindus used to burn my effigy. ISKCON temple, 3 times they burnt my effigy, including Ramdev Baba, every Swami Padmananda, everybody, without knowing anything, actually they made statements against me, saying that enemy is ready. He is an anti-Hindu. Okay, he is Nastikudayana. Okay, so he does all sorts of things. He is destroying all the Hindu temples in the city. He would burn my effigy. Christians burn my effigy because I had to deal with Metagoda Church, etc. Number of church against me to Sonia Gandhi at that time, who was all powerful, BP chairperson. They made representations saying that this fellow has to be removed. He's destroying a very prestigious church of South India, Secunderabad city. Muslims, same thing, because I had to deal with some dargahs and chillas, etc. etc. So everybody, to their heart's content, actually they used to burn my effigy. I said that, okay, you burn my effigy. It makes no difference for me, whatever I have to do. I've done lots of experiments, etc. I keep telling again, this is pure engineering solution will not work. I used cast, I used welding, etc., etc., etc. to tackle all these issues. If it's a Hindu structure, I used to send one of my general managers who had connections with Badruka, who had connections with RSS, etc. He went to touch the feet of Prabhu, who was heading ISKCON at the time. He said, Prabhu, the head is called Prabhu. Prabhu, please don't come in the way, even God would appreciate it. Anyway, so he would go and handle. If it's a Muslim structure, my chief engineer Ziauddin, who is a devout Muslim, would go for 5 times prayer a day, etc. He would go and handle. If it's a church, my Christian officers would go, etc. All these things, So I have Stanford at the time. So I was mentioning all these things and different things, etc. I didn't know that actually, see, one day Stanford and Harvard would come and do the studies and say what exactly I've done, what are the leadership qualities, etc. So when I was doing this again in Telugu, I wrote MIT, IIT చెప్పనట్టి పాఠాలు, MIT, IIT చెప్పనట్టి పాఠాలు, స్టాన్ఫర్డ్, హార్వర్డ్ చెప్పనట్టి పాఠాలు, చేయాల్సిన పాఠాలు. They don't teach you, okay, in MIT or IIT or Stanford, but they have to teach and they have to learn how to do projects in a country like India, etc. I don't know. It's revolutionary that ultimately Stanford came and studied my project and they quoted an outstanding example. One Sggbes Reddy has done this kind of thing. One has to learn leadership qualities, how to do projects and kind of thing. Anyway, so religious structures had to handle, properties had to handle, all sorts of compensation had to give, and same is the case. Forget about private properties. That's will pay compensation and will take it. Otherwise, Land Acquisition Act reduces it. My government departments, railways, 8 places we had to cross railway track. Impossible conditions they put. I said, whatever condition you want to put, you put. Okay, they wanted me to go underground. I said, it's not possible. This gentleman, Mr. Bishop Qureshi, our elder statesman here, he was asking me, why have we not gone for underground? Okay. I have not gone for underground, as I mentioned, because underground, number one, it's a very costly thing. Okay, 3 times, 4 times costlier. CapEx wise, capital expenditure wise. Not only that, even operational expenditure, it's very costly because you'll have to have tunnel ventilation, you have to have my stations are open, you would have seen, okay, less, there's no air conditioning, so there is less energy consumption. The idea is that actually after some time, okay, future, somebody should not say which idiot has done this project and spoiled my skyline, or what is this, say there's more carbon footprint, etc. So I wanted to minimize energy consumption. Not only that, we have gone for so much of technological advancement. That's why I've gone for elevated system instead of an underground system. Okay. Not only that, we have now today regenerative technology also going to. So by applying brakes, 25% of the 35% of the energy is saved, and I reuse it actually. Then we have gone for solar, etc., etc. So there are many things we have done. 4 cases as I mentioned. How do you get time in the city? I have to have 2 casting yards, they're all precast. So I can't do this project by stopping the traffic. So what it did was almost 90% of the traffic, 90% of my project are converted into precast mode. So for that I needed, that means somewhere it will be done and nighttime will come and fix the things, etc. All those things. For that I needed casting yards. Okay. 70 acres on one side open and 80 acres on another side HMT area. Okay. To Ballapur. So how many problems we faced actually is we land acquisition. I gathered about 800 small farmers in Uppal area. Again, I used my ready connection there. Most of the small farmers are ready farmers. Okay. I said that I will give you for every acre of land you have got, I will give you 1,000 square yards of developed plot. Because again, including Chandrababu Naidu, everybody came and agitated. 20 years the case was not getting solved. It's a litigation. Okay. Some of them were on the verge of committing suicide because they were not able to get their daughters married. They were in debts, etc. That was going on. So I said that I will give you this developed plot. Slowly convinced. Initially, they were not convinced. I convinced them. When I went there, it was 8,000 rupees per square yard. It's all grasslands actually. Mostly dirty water they used to. Okay. That grass grows. That grass is used for horses, and they would get an income of 20,000 rupees per annum. That was their state of affairs. From there, what I did was I did this. Slowly, we started improving that area, made beautiful roads and improved that area. So when we went there, 20 became 20,000 per square yard, 30,000 per square yard, etc. Okay. So at that time, I told these people, don't sell, you keep this property. It will be very costly and it will be beneficial for you. Anyway, most of them sold, some people kept. Today, can you imagine? Square yard is 1 lakh rupees or above in that open area. That means a 1 acre land holding, a small farmer, okay, who was getting 20,000 rupees per annum as his annual income. Today he has 1,000 square yards. For 1 acre, we gave him 1,000 square yards from within that property only. 1,000 square yards is today for the 10 crore worth. So that is the reason. Then they started almost saying that MVS Reddy is God. That kind of a thing. So all these things slowly started. At one stage it went to that extent. Even if I told them that, look, the chief minister is giving you this issue. He said, sir, chief minister, we don't talk about chief minister, this minister. I said, you please say that you are going to give us, then we believe you because we have faith in you. So this is the problem, trust deficit. Okay. Our political leaders say something that doesn't happen. Our bureaucrats say something that doesn't happen. You have to establish credibility. This is what I tell people. So we establish credibility. As I mentioned, actually, to ultimately cross at these 8 railway crossings or impossible conditions they put. Anyways, we have I fulfill all their whatever is the thing. Okay, each one a separate design. We did that. Brilliant engineering we did. 8 weeks for me to ultimately get over all the problems of railways. Imagine per day of a project, for a project of this magnitude, you lose 5 crore per day. Okay. The delays that happens in this country, that happen in this country, and we have to compete with a country like China. Okay. For example, Maglev in Shanghai, many of you would have heard, from Pudong International Airport, okay, to city center in Shanghai. What's called magnet is there, magnetic levitation train. It doesn't go on the track, actually it lifts. Okay. The design speed is 450 kilometers per hour. In 35 kilometers, okay, that day when we traveled, it touched 420 kilometers. In 7 minutes flat, we reached. You require an absolutely straight line. Anything that came in between, they simply demolished. No questions asked in China. Whereas here, they wanted me to go like a snake, etc. Which I said, cannot be built like that. I have engineering limitations. No, you have to go like that. This is the problem in this country. So it took so much of time. Imagine how much of loss would be incurred actually. Project time and cost overruns it's called actually. That means you lose time, the cost will increase. Defense, military missile. I wrote one poem on the great contribution of defense people. They installed me my project for about 3 years. All sorts of experiments. Every second week I used to be in Delhi, as if it's my own baby's marriage. my daughter's marriage, I had to. They used to say, "Sir, आप क्यों आ रहा है? बार-बार क्यों आ रहे हैं?" I mean, what else? Desk to desk I used to go around every, whether it is a clerk's table or a section officer's table or this thing, every person I used to go up to the secretary. The file went up to Mr. A. K. Antony, excellent politician, an absolutely honest politician, but he would never take a decision. He kept the file for 6 months and returned the file on the ground, on the simple elevator connections were declared. We do it bureaucracy. I have written a poem about our own bureaucracy. Many of my IAS colleagues, they say that, "Arey, we are not that bad, why have you written all these things?" So this is what happens in this government. Nobody wants to take decision, because if you take decisions, there can be vigilance case, there will be audit objection, etc., etc. All these things happen. Anyway, so I will not bore you people with all these things. So like that, there are so many problems. Defense, national highways. There's one of my Miyapur to LB Nagar is a national highway. Again, there also said, "But engineers, they know things very well." No, they said, "See here, left में जगह है, पहले left में जाओ. Then right में जगह है, you go to right. Then you go to left. Then you go to right. Then you go to left." What is this? I say, "I cannot. You are engineers. How do I do that in a way?" So I had to fight battles for 3 years. Ultimately, I got permissions. So like this, also we had to face so many things. Railway structures I have mentioned. Then trees are to be cut. 5,000 trees were to be cut as a part of the project. I said, "How will cut? No problem." Okay. He said, "Sir, how will you cut?" In Mumbai, just to cut 2 trees, the file went to the chief minister, and the chief minister, the then chief minister, whoever was the chief minister, he sat on the file. The project got delayed for 2 years just for cutting 2 trees. And the financial closure was to happen. All the bank chairman and everything, they said, "Sir, how do you expect that 5,000 trees? How are you going to cut?" I said, "It's my responsibility to cut." So what I did was, one Diksha, one Prasad. Some fancy titles I gave. I involved wherever was a thing actually, whether it is educational institutions, schools, colleges, etc., defense areas, railway areas, wherever there was open, residential areas, wherever there was open space, we used to go and plant trees. We used to involve people, we used to distribute, etc. My engineers used to cry, "Sir, we are engineers, we are not horticultural people, you are asking us to do plantation." I said, "Our job is basically to do the plantation. Before cutting even a single tree, I want to." So normally for every tree to cut, forest department says that actually 5 trees, 5 saplings you have to plant. I said, "Why 5? You take 50, 100, 1,000, whatever is the number." So first year 1 lakh plantation, second year another 1 lakh plantation, etc., etc. We did, and I gave a challenge. Whichever tree that can be translocated, I translocated. Translocation means, physically you just do some pruning of the branches and the roots, and physically you transfer from one place to another place. So cost about, depending on the size of the tree, it can be 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 per tree. I said it's an open challenge. So about 2,500 trees I translocated. So far we planted 16 lakh saplings, and all of them are thriving. It's not like some of my other departments, say, Namke Vasti karte hain, so not like we're planted, and they're all growing everywhere. You see along the metro routes, wherever you see plants, these are all ours. Anyway, we have done like that. So many things we have done. There are 2,600 metro pillars. We call them pillars in engineering language. I can write a story about every pillar, how I solve the problem. You will not believe. You open up. You have to dig. When you dig up, Nizam era live water lines, sewer lines are still in existence. Nobody knew. Okay. Our water board, even last 3-4 years ago, whatever lines they have done, they will not have any drawings on this. So we have faced one wonderful structure, the Nizam era structure, beautiful structure in front of the assembly. From Masak tank, it is going, ultimately it is reaching Musi River. That we encountered, we didn't know what to do with it. Actually, we had to find up an engineering. It's a beautiful, it's called elephant hala. Actually, literally an elephant can pass through that. So that kind of a thing, so many things. So you will have sewer lines, you will have water lines, you will have electrical cables, you will have all sorts of things. Okay. Why you have problems with the cities basically? Drains are all completely clogged. Okay. Instead of drains, you will have all these cables, etc., etc., and all the things will be dumped into it. I will not get into all these things. The less is the better. Unfortunately, we are not realizing that we are paying a heavy price for all these things. Okay. The pollution is increasing the city. Okay. We are messing up with our nalas, etc. Every nala, you will find all sorts of things, including bedrolls, everything will be there in the nala. When we go, okay, and we open up, we see all sorts of muck will be there in that. Naturally, water will not flow. Anyway, we cleared all that. So whether it's my engineers used to cry, sir, it's not our job, it is GHMC's job, it is water board's job, it is that fellow's job, it is this fellow's job, etc. I said, don't worry about all that. You put up the file, I'll give you clear orders as to why we should do it because it's required for our project. So like that, I had taken so many bold decisions. For this kind of decisions, anybody else would have been sacked from government. My guru, Mr. Sggbes, used to do that kind of orders. Similarly, I have also given that order. Anyway, so like that, so we have done so many things. Traffic management, traffic police used to say that, sir, how will you handle this? Normally itself the traffic is not moving. Okay, in that 8 meters, roughly for about 26, 28 feet of this middle of the road, you have to close to build a foundation on that pillar will have to be built. Okay, at least till then, how will you handle that? So we have taken that responsibility. Traffic management was our responsibility. So like that, so many things we have done. I will not get into all these things because it will take a lot of time. Hours and hours I can talk. But the thing is that a project which was written off as a jinxed project, a project which is which was thought by everybody that it would not happen, we made it a reality. The so-called jinxed project, I got any number of awards. 1 year in 2013, I went to New York. That year, my project was declared as the best engineering project by world. So far, more than 350 awards we got. It's just not, there are so many women, okay, I can talk about. Mine is not simple engineering project. That's what I used to tell my engineers. We are not building Taj Mahal here. We are not building simple engineering project. We have a social agenda. Gender equality is one of my items. I held meetings with women's groups. I used to, different colleges, women's colleges I used to go. I said, I used to have interaction with them. I used to take my engineers, etc. What are you people? What is your problem? Okay. So I used to tell my engineers, if a woman, okay, who is going to college or a school or an office, the kind of insult she is subjugated to, the kind of teasing she is subjugated to at a bus stop, you have to observe. And what solution we can give for that in our metro station so that she will not be subjected to that kind of a thing. There were tears in their eyes. Okay. Some officer is thinking about us. Then they came out slowly, said, we want this, we want that, etc. Okay, I said 350-degree camera surveillance will be there in the metro stations. And lighting would be there. We realized that actually lighting is an important thing. Complete lighting will be there at the metro stations, in the trains, below the station area, etc. Complete lighting. Then they said, sir, how about in the colonies also we'll have problem, we'll have to work. Okay, I'll provide that also, I take the responsibility. So like this, see, it's an agenda for me. Okay, gender equality is a part of this. Then urban rejuvenation, which it's mentioned in that. Urban rejuvenation, that's what, when Mr. KTR was the chief municipal minister, I used to have, most of the time, he used to come to my chambers very frequently. We used to discuss a lot how to transform this city. Okay, you look at any of this, Qureshi Saab, he's living abroad, okay, London, Canada, etc. How beautiful those roads are, okay, how beautiful their sidewalks are. Are we that bad? Can't we do something about this thing? You have 2,000 square yards or 1,200 square yards property in Banjara Hills or Jubilee Hills, okay, and want to build a house, you will violate, and all of us violate the building norms. Okay, entire no setbacks are left. Not only less setbacks are not left, you will also occupy the footpath. You will also occupy some part of the road. Why are you not happy? Okay, that nowhere in the world it happens. I asked all over the world the town planners, how do you handle the town planning violations? So why should there be any violations? They can't believe that actually there can be violations. In India, without violation, no house is built. Okay, and all cellars are completely used for all sorts of purposes. It's not for parking, it's for shopping, etc. And in those, naturally, all those people who objected to my project were these guys who violated. Okay, anyway, that's a different story. Unfortunately, we're not learning. For this, all of us are paying a heavy price. The kind of pollution that is increasing in the city. If you left your village and if you are living in a city, you are losing 4 years of your life. Please realize that actually. And all sorts of diseases we are having, cases, including cancer, etc. So spreading because we are not having good air quality is bad. Actually, today there's a movement, air quality, better air quality, BAQ movement is there all over the world. We have to realize. So I tried as a part of this, at least let me build sidewalks. Okay. KTR also encouraged me. Okay. Now, of course, Chief Minister Mr. Revanth Reddy, yesterday when he was telling me so many ideas he has got. We want to make Hyderabad one of the best cities of the world. It's a matter of time. It will not happen one day. But yesterday, again, by the way, Skill University, to talk about Skill University. Yesterday only he laid foundation, and then we went to Kredai. Okay, there he spoke for hours, and we made a presentation. What is our vision? How we are going to transform Hyderabad city? Okay, we started all these things. So as a part of my project, I started building sidewalks. I started building public space. There's a lot of importance. Public space is important. Rich people go to clubs. Poor people, where will they go? There is a crime rate. There is a direct correlation between crime rate and lack of public space in the city. So I started building Miyapur, beautiful sidewalks. I built wherever it's possible, public spaces, parks, etc., greenery. We built. So like that, there are so many things. I will not take much of your time. I think already I have spent a lot of time. So the thing is that anything is possible. Okay, impossible things can be made possible. We prove as a part of this project. We prove to the world. I wrote an editorial about Hyderabad Metro Rail project. One day, I got a call from my son who was at the time working in McKinsey in New York, saying that Dad, you are becoming hero here. I said, what happened? Said New York Times wrote an editorial, don't underestimate Indians. Okay. From one extreme, they're capable of going to the other extreme. Their roads may be chaotic, their railways may be chaotic, their postal system may be chaotic, but once they have taken to reforms, the way they have achieved telecom revolution in that country, the way they have achieved national highways in this country, it's remarkable. And can you believe that today they are building an entire mass transit system costing $3 billion as a PPP project? It's impossible in the Western countries. The maximum PPP they have done in US, to forget about it. At once it was a great country, now it's going down. Okay. Even UK or any other European country, the maximum PPP they have done is they built a school and gave it to private sector for maintaining it. They built a hospital and gave it to private sector for maintaining. Never ever they contemplated that they can build a mass transit system. Forget about mass transit system. Metro, nobody could build. Even the way we are building airports, the way we are building seaports, the way we are building national highways, etc. I'm sure India would be a great country. It's a matter of time. Now, as we have to work hard, okay, we have to motivate young students. Okay, let them have confidence. Let them think out of box. Let them think differently. Okay, and make them. Unfortunately, I'm seeing, in the Telugu states especially, South India in general, everybody talks about engineering. Engineering is not the only thing. We are talking about, you are contributing more for commerce and management subjects. It's important. We can do wonders. India can be the back office of the entire banking system and the entire financial transactions of the world. Already it's happening in GCCs. Big way, the global competency centers are being established, the data centers are being established in India. Prepare your students for these things. Otherwise, AI is coming and taking over in a big way. If we do not skill our people properly, in the sense they have to specialize in more and more things, they'll have to talk about how they're going to improve their software and etc. etc. So get them interested in all these things. There is a tremendous scope, there is a tremendous opportunity. India can become a great country, and you are the people. You will have to mold the students, especially my young student friends are also there. Take interest, and whatever is your passion, stick to that passion, specialize in that. Try to master the subject. Today, if I want masseurs, they are not available. Today, if I want plumbers, they are not available. Today, if I want ordinary anything, in construction industry, they are not available. If I want good accountants, they are not available. These are all business people are facing this problem. So we will have to make our students industry ready. Okay. So they will have to be employable. That's what important, not degrees. Degrees are of no use. Nowhere in the world degrees is there. Only in India it is there. People, maximum they study up to 12th class. After that, they do 3 years of specialization they do in other countries. If he's a plumber, he's an excellent plumber. He's a fitter, he's an excellent fitter. If he's a barber, he's an excellent barber. That's all. So that's what is required. We have to skill them actually in different professions. So these words, again, I will not take much of your time. You have given me, you have patiently listened to me. Thank you very much for listening to me. All the very best. Thank you.
Sometimes few speeches left you speechless. This is my position today. And I hope everyone is feeling the same and sharing the same feeling. What an excellent commitment, perseverance, example of perseverance. Every uncertainty in Sir's mission converted into contingency, that converted into challenge. He converted that into opportunity and he fought for it because he has believed that I'm on the right side. And it is for the mass benefit. A huge round of applause, sir. It was so inspirational. I was thinking, I was seeing the faces. No one to listen. That is the power of such impressive and inspirational speech. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your views and inspiring us. Our guests, before we conduct the ceremony, I would like to request Amit Singh ji, former Vice President, Alumni Association, to kindly say first few words about Sir Vikar inauguration.
Respects to Chief Guest Sahab, Director General Sahab, Chairman Sahab, and Secretary Sahab, the former principals, lecturers, teachers, and their staff. What an occasion and what a day. Senior, illustrious gentlemen, whom I'm going to speak now on behalf of alumni right from the day of inception of the college in 1950 till today, who have graduated. I take this opportunity to say a few words from my heart. I have graduated in the year 1983, and we were into, restarted the alumni in 2013, and now another team is doing a good job. So this is how it is. Respected dignitaries, again of the days, it is both a privilege and an honor to stand before you on this auspicious occasion. The Platinum Jubilee 75th anniversary of Badruka College of Commerce. As I mentioned earlier, today I have, on behalf of the distinct pleasure of presenting the illustrious credentials of a remarkable individual, Sir Vikar Qureshi, King's Counsel, also known as in short KC, from Alberta, Canada. Mr. Qureshi was awarded the Queen's Counsel earlier, since the Queen has left for heavenly abode. It's now known as KC, that is King's Counsel. This designation was given in 2004. This esteemed honor is bestowed by the Lieutenant Governor in Council of Alberta and acknowledges outstanding contributions to the legal profession and the community at large. Of excellence, professional integrity, and a lawyer's significant standing with the legal profession. In addition to his legal accolades, Mr. Qureshi authored a notable book on workers' compensation in Alberta. For this, he was awarded a Master of Philosophy by the University of London, further highlighting his commitment to advancing legal scholarship. I go back. Reflecting on his early years, Mr. Qureshi is among the few students who enrolled at Badruka College when it was established in 1950. Okay. Thank you for correcting me, sir. 960. I appreciate that. With a Bachelor of Commerce in 1954, and it is indeed unique to have such an esteemed alumnus with us on this milestone anniversary.
As you know, our chief guest had come from the assembly. Today is the last day in the assembly and the CM is leaving for US tomorrow. He just got a call. So with your permission and sir, we will continue that, and with all your requests, maybe do the honors for the chief guest. And I'm sure we'll miss you, sir, for the, and then we will continue. So with your permission.
Kindly excuse me. In fact, discussion is going on in the assembly. Now, a metro discussion has started. I have to leave. Kindly excuse me. Yeah.
It's an honor. I'm here, sir. This is scheduled, sir.
Sir, because sir has to leave, chief guest has to leave, so we will felicitate. Sir, kindly accept the token of gratitude from your side. Let's hear if the time permits. I will request Venkata sir, Janaki Ram sir, please kindly escort the guest. Samit sir, to please kindly continue. Your excuse, sir.
To attend to it. So, coming back to Sir Qureshi Sahab's on early years, Mr. Qureshi is among the few students who enrolled at Badruka College when it was established in 1950, as I said, 160. He graduated with a Bachelor of Commerce in 1954, and it is indeed unique to have such an esteemed alumnus with us on this milestone anniversary of 5 years of excellence of Badruka College. Please give a big round of applause for the college and for the great alumni. 85 plus. Qureshi Sahab continued his education by earning his LLB from Osmania University in 1956, followed by an LLM from the University of London. His career spans notable affiliations with the English Bar of Law and academic pursuits at the London School of Economics, Harvard, Stanford, and the University of Los Angeles. His extensive knowledge in workers' compensation law, accumulated over 30 years, is highly esteemed across Canada. And he is the only he has got an expertise in the whole of Canada to deal with those cases. Even at 85 plus years of age, Mr. Qureshi remains vigorously active, crisscrossing continents in his airline, in his airline, in his mission to advocate for injured workers and contribute to humanity. His enduring connection with the Badruka family, the college fraternity, and his deep understanding of its history during the formative years of the college and after, and his interactions with people from all walks of life reflect his unwavering commitment to the institution and its values. So with immense respect and admiration, we welcome you. And I request kindly do the honors here. Thank you very much, sir. God bless.
Yes, sir. I'm calling you. I humbly request Sir Vikar to please kindly come onto the dais and say at least few words. Sir, sir, please kindly. Sir, kindly accept. Okay, sir. Please.
All right. Another stated. Okay, two. Okay. So let's. Okay. Can you hear me all? Speaking to come readily to me. That is what I like to do as a professional. Starting with our excellent guests who were just there, then the chairman of the Badruka College of Commerce, as it is to be, and Sri Krishan Badruka, the President Director General Abu Ram Krishan, and dear Mohan Kumar. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to be here, half around the world. This college was established. I was there. And 1935. It is not arising out of the address. I have changed what I had written because arising out of really thought one of the best addresses I really heard. You are talking about the future. Say that, when I am meeting the people and some philosophy gather, we always talk about the past. Past is good for experience, but what you said very readily, your address was illuminating, and that is what I think. And I would suggest as a lawyer, I would say that I would adopt, and all of you present or the youngsters should think of one thing. The other thing he said, it is a marvelous. He described what kind of difficulties one has to do and so on. But one thing that appealed to me was he said that it's such mammoth project, but there are no accidents. And as a lawyer who practices in accident law, I think it is amazing. And if you see the major projects in the world, getting back from pyramids to the big tanks that they built, they have lost 101 workers. And our Reddies have said that in his tenure that they never lost a man or they did not have accident, which is marvelous. I enjoyed Badruka College between 1994. Even then, was excellent. And the fact that I was able to very readily transfer from Hyderabad to London, then on to Harvard and other places. So it was very established. Congress. They never went for money at the time. Now everybody is establishing college here. I ask who's the gentleman of this college, that college, but they're all money making proposition. But these two gentlemen there, they established for the purpose of education. That's why we are all here. Hearing all the speakers and all that, I think this time, I think you want to enjoy. I will just simply say, I want to express my feeling of humility, gratitude, and to Krishna Badruka, the chairman of the board, Abhinam, and my friends Amit, Rajesh, and others who are not here. But I think I consider myself to be fortunate to be here. 16 students, and now you have a faculty of students are faculty, and great number of faculty. So, and for myself, I'm focused for the humanitarian reasons. I work for the Indian workers all across Canada, and my focus is now, and as you have heard, people are presidents of life. I'm not a president of life, but I wish to remain things, in Hindi we call it dua to stay longer and focus. That's the way people getting in my age level had to be energetic, vigorous, and to focus on something in order to live on. With that, I wish you a very well evening and regards and my blessings to you all. Thank you.
Let us give a standing ovation. Senior most student of the college, looking really privileged to be here.
Whenever Sir used to visit college, he used to take classes for the students. He used to share about the taxation part, about the law part, and the future, as what our DPs have said. He used to talk about that to the students. He did many times. That's it.
So much, sir, for your blessings and for your kind words. I humbly request our principal, sir, ACCA, Dr. B. Mohan Kumar, sir, to please kindly extend the words of thanks.
It's an honor and privilege to extend my heartfelt vote of thanks on this historic occasion, the 75th Foundation Day of Badruka College of Commerce and Arts. Today, as we celebrate our rich history and the incredible journey of our institution, I'm filled with immense gratitude for the incredible support and dedication that has made this day possible. To our esteemed chief guest, LDS Reddy sir, his presence here today and his insightful address have added immense value to our celebration. I would also like to extend my sincere gratitude to governing council members, governing body members, Lakshmi Nivas Sharma ji, our chairman Sggbes, Sri Kishan Badruka ji, Honorable Secretary of Sggbes, Sri Ravi Badruka, Joint Secretary of Sggbes, and Rajendra Badruka, Treasurer of Sggbes. Your unwavering support, guidance, and dedication have been instrumental in the growth and success of Badruka College. We deeply appreciate the commitment and the leadership you continue to provide. Our thanks are also due to Professor Abhiram Krishna Sir, Director General of Sggbes. Your stewardship has been vital in steering the college towards excellence and innovation. To our distinguished guests, heads of the units of Badruka Group of Institutions, former principals, professors, and our first alumni members, and to all the alumni members present here, your presence and participation today have greatly enriched our activities. It's our collective enthusiasm and commitment that drive the spirit of Badruka College forward. Goes to our teaching staff, your tireless efforts, passion for education, and dedication to nurturing our students are the cornerstones of our institution's success. I would also like to acknowledge the incredible efforts of our non-teaching staff. Your behind the scenes contribution ensure the smooth operations of our institution and support our mission in countless ways. Finally, a big thank you to our technical team. In conclusion, celebrations marks not just a milestone, but a testament for the collective effort of everyone associated with Badruka College of Commerce and Arts. As we look back with pride and forward with hope, let us continue to strive the excellence and uphold the values that have guided us through 75 years of success. Thank you all for being a part of the significant occasion and for your unwavering support. Have a wonderful evening.
So much, sir. Now I request everyone present here to please rise for national anthem. I request everyone to join us for high tea, please. Thank you. The same floor outside. I request all the BCC faculties to please stay for the staff photo.